it's MK and I am back with another Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. Here's the sketch that I will be playing with today. I decided to go ahead and rummage through all of my supplies that I, again, had over on the left in my little bin of leftover layouts that I've been creating all month. And one of them is this die cut pack from 49 and Market. I pulled out these little leaves, which I forgot to put back in, so they are falling apart and getting ripped in my bin. So I thought I'm going to pull them out and actually use them. I have a picture of a gazebo. Well, it's our gazebo that we built from a satellite dish. And so I decided that I'm going to document just a little bit on it today. I have this leftover wood grain that I used yesterday as well as a few days ago. I have this stencil from Elizabeth Craft Design. It came in a die cut set. It was like a kit. I'm going to use my Distress Oxides in ground espresso and brushed corduroy, so that way I can use them on the black cardstock and show that they, how they work and whatnot, and some elements and benefits of having oxide. So the first thing I did was I checked to make sure if my scrap of black was a true 6x8, because that's my size of layout that I'm going to be making today. And the first thing I'm going to do is take the brushed corduroy and make sure that I'm going to go from light and then dark on top of the brown, and I'm not really looking for full coverage. I'm not really looking for perfection, nothing like that. And then I'm taking my brush and I'm not cleaning my brush in between the two colors. Nope. So one of the things that I really love beneficial about the oxide inks is the fact that I can quickly run embossing powder over them before they dry, because they stay wet that much longer. And so I'm just taking some gold embossing powder, which I was looking for a different color other than gold, but that was the only brownish color that I had because I really wanted the ink color to shine through. So because I didn't get my ink color to shine through, I decided to take my brush and, again, with the two brown colors, just ink the entire black cardstock in the browns, so I can splatter a little bit of water on it, clean it up, and have that kind of cobblestone look throughout the entire layout instead of just in the one little section behind the photo. Now, I did this and then I thought that it was a bit too much. I thought that the water took up too much ink, so I went ahead and I re-inked again over the water spots. So they're still going to show up, but they're going to look more like a ghost print rather than that vibrant print that they had. All right, so the first thing I was going to do was take this wood grain, and I thought, oh, since I don't have two pictures, I'll do two photo mats and replace the two pictures with just two photo mats and be a little clever like that. But my photo, because I couldn't cut it down any smaller, yes, I could have printed it smaller, but I don't want to. It just took up too much space, and when I added the second photo mat, it covered up too much of the cobblestone. Even though I liked it, it was just too much. So I'm going to go through all of these 49 and Market die cut pieces and pick out which ones I feel match this gazebo. Now, like I said, we built this gazebo out of an old satellite dish. We put some plywood over where the webbing is supposed to be for the dish, and added plywood and then added shingles to it, and created the roof for this gazebo. And then we just went ahead and put some fence poles down, which were, I believe they were 10-foot fence poles, and we put them 3 feet in the ground and cut them off six feet high in the sky. That did not mean to, rhyme like it did. Anyways, we chopped them off, and then we built the railings just out of one by ones and 2x4s. So it was quite fun to put this little gazebo together. It definitely gets a lot of looks, but when I purchased that top piece, because I really kind of wanted the look of a lighthouse, when I purchased the top piece is when I actually had people drive by and take photos of my gazebo. And I was like, oh, yay. Other people like it, and I'm kind of happy about that in a way. because, you know, it's unique. And I do have a light bulb that comes on out there. I wish it rotated like a gazebo, but I don't want, I live on a corner. And so I've got two other neighbors that I feel if it rotated, the light would bother them. I'm not really sure. So right now it points straight out into the lake, where I don't think it bothers anybody. And it's high enough to where it's not in anybody's face when they're driving by through traffic. So it is kind of a cool little effect when we do remember to turn it on. I have to say that. But this picture is actually us finishing the flooring. So the gazebo is not a raised gazebo. It is straight into the ground. So we took some, I don't know what they're called, flat stones and sand, and just leveled it out and put the flooring in. And then we had these little scalloped kind of like border stones, and we decided to put those in between the posts. And then about 2 feet out from those posts, we put more of those cornerstones. Not in this photo. This one is just about the flooring and the cornerstones in between the posts. But we built a flower bed around the entire gazebo once we, a couple weekends after we did this. So anyways, I decided to glue all of my leaves and things behind the photo, and then lift everything up so they're all up off the cobblestone background. And I also, because of the size of my photo, I ignored the little banner and heart that were in the upper right hand corner of this layout. Even though it would have been a great addition, I just thought that it would be too much to try to add something in that corner. So I left everything in the bottom right hand corner of my photo. And that is it. I added a little bit of Nuvo drop or Nuvo spray in gold. I think it's called Gold Rush, I believe. And then that way it just kind of finishes everything off. And I absolutely love how this little simple layout turned out. So I do have to tell you guys also that when I get to the end of finishing a yearly album, all of these small pages and pocket pages are what I have left. I just instantly dive into all of my 12 by 12 layouts before, doing all the smaller ones. And so at the end of the month and the end of the book, I do end up doing smaller layouts, and they make for quick videos. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me today. Be sure to check out everyone else that is playing along with Christy's beautiful life and her 30 days of sketches. All their links are down in the description box below. Also, all of the information for where these sketches came from are also down there if you guys want to go check those out and see and thank all of the awesome creators for donating or, making these layouts or sketches for us to use. All right. Thanks again, and I'll check y'all later. Bye.